on a
for
second,
the rich,
guys. One at
the
a time,
tax breaks
please.
for the rich, those are permanent.
You mean the people that work like hell to become wealthy?
The group that gets rewarded the most in this country are the rich. And you're talking about they're not punished. You guys are doing real well. You talk about it on this show on a regular basis, okay?
What's up, y'all? Shout out to everybody and most Canadians, all except this guy, Kevin O'Leary. I'm pretty sure that he chooses every day to want to be perceived as a generically evil rich guy. That's the only way anything he ever says makes sense. Let's watch this clip and I'll give my thoughts on it afterwards.
Listen, just the context for those who are keeping score, there is already an exemption. It's $250,000 for individuals. It's $500,000 for 500,000 for couples, which covers 90% of Americans.
So
however, I do think that Stephen. No.
Let's make sure the people who are successful get punished in America.
I'm trying to have a serious conversation.
Well, I'm being very serious.
You don't think the rich have gotten enough praise from this administration? No tax on tips expires. No tax on overtime expires.
Wait a minute.
It's all means tested. But the tax breaks for the rich, the tax breaks for the rich, those are permanent.
You mean the people that work like hell to become wealthy?
The group that gets rewarded the most in this country are the rich. And you're talking about they're not punished. You guys are doing real well. You talk about it on this show on a regular basis, okay?
I want to beat them up.
How many cookies do you want from this
Don't you
administration?
ever try and get rich in America again.
Whatever.
Oh my God! Imagine thinking the rich in America are the victims.
Shout outs to CNN, which I don't say often, because if you're gonna have schmucks like Kevin O'Leary, they're just protecting and fighting for the rights of the rich and making sure they don't get punished by not being taxed fairly, while anything that's for regular people all expire and means tested and made sure that it's only for a narrow group of people. But also having someone like Kasparian on to completely shut all that down. And it's not like she's arguing just off of moral or the right thing to do. She's talking about history and economics. The richest people don't need to be protected any further. They already control everything. They already own everything. That's why I think Kevin O'Leary is a fake Trump TV personality who doesn't have any actual beliefs, but gets paid to show up on these shows and pretend to be the representation of the generically rich, evil, parasite class. I mean, according to all these places, he's worth around $400 million. So he's definitely standing up for his own group of people. But I hope that he's playing it up a little bit. But this powerful person playing the victim in public is a strategy used throughout history. So it may not all be an act.
Oh my God. Imagine thinking the rich in America are the victims.
What Anna's talking about, I think, is worthy of bringing to the table because the promises that are being made to the working class, no tax on tips, it's capped out at $25,000 a year, no tax on overtime, capped out at $12,500 a year, no tax on Social Security, not at all what is actually in the bill. It only applies to about half of Americans, and the maximum annual deduction is $6,000. So it seems like for the working class people, there is a limit to how much the government is going to work for them. No limit, though, for the wealthy.
Wait a minute, I'm glad.
And that's just the system working perfectly as planned, as designed. It was made by and for the richest and most powerful at the time. That's why doing little policies at the margins, like Democrats like to do, is never going to actually change anything because the fundamental system is what's broken. Well, not broken because it's working how it's supposed to work. The problem is the goal of the system. People like Kevin hate even candidates like Mamdani, the presumed new mayor of New York, because he says things like we should have one public grocery store in every borough. That's only 5 for millions of people. He thinks that's socialism, but subsidizing billion-dollar corporations isn't socialism because helping the most powerful people maintain their power is just a natural occurrence. But it's not. It's forced. It's forced through a destruction of most people, a squeezing of most people. It shouldn't be the case that the problems of the majority of people is seen as some type of burden, but the problems of the richest of people is priority. Taxing the richest people is not an attack on them, is not punishing them, especially for people that are barely millionaires. 1, 2, 5 million, 10 million. That's a lot of money. 100 million, 200, that's a lot of money. But that's nothing compared to 10 billion with a B. 100 billion, 400 billion. They don't pay taxes at all, damn near, because all their money is stacked and layered through different corporations and sent through different islands and countries. There was even a report that showed how all the rich people hide their money in the Cayman Islands. And of course, by coincidence only, the person who made that report is no longer with us. he's up chilling with Sky Dad. CNN is trying to get all sides of the issue, but at the end of the day, having someone on there every day pretending like the richest people in the world are being punished because they're getting taxed, which is not even true, because this bill that they're talking about cuts their taxes even more and permanently than the tax bill that was passed during Trump's first term. So it's tax cuts on top of tax cuts, but he's complaining about the temporary ones for you. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section. And if you're still watching, you might as well like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.